Hello, 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 hello. Well, see what happens when you go late at night after everyone else. Looks like I'm the only two people in here. Obviously, I'm on my phone and my tablet so that I can read. So it's going to be one of those nights. Okay. All right. Well, I'm still going to kick it off. I'm going to get in here and say, hello. I guess it'll be talking to me. Rebecca loves me. Hey, sis. How are you? How you doing? Yeah, so I am live. I'm only like 10 minutes later than I normally, but I was just fooling around all evening. Billy's in here too. He loves me also. Hi, Billy. So then there is me and Tootsie and Stitch and Pearl. Oh, I just got that. Stitch and Pearl. I'm thinking Pearl, Pearl. And it's Pearl as in knit one, pearl two, knit one. I get it. That is amazing. That's cute. Do you knit? I've never seen you knit. If you do, awesome. Awesome. So I just am in here. You guys know it's the last Wednesday of the month. I usually try to kick up the fun because I usually have my TSA giveaway. And tonight, we're not going to be any different. I don't have a fancy schmancy poll or sign up sheet like Billy. No, I don't. What do I do? I'm so boring. I spin a wheel, I pick a number, the luck of the draw. So hopefully you guys all are going to have a little bit of fun with me tonight. Yes, I am going to be doing that towards the end of the evening. What is Illuminate? Okay, well, I was close. I definitely was close. I know I've never seen the two needles in your hand. I am still madly in love with the project of the year, that dishcloth that you made and gave as a blessing gift for the retreat last year. Yes, I do think that that was an amazing gift. It looked like something I would go to the store to buy. That's why I was so impressed with it. So, you guys, what have you been up to this week? I had some family in town over the weekend. We met up on the strip. That is always nice when you live in a tourist town and you can go and you can meet up on the strip. You come home and, you know, everything is fun. And anyway, I go to meet family at the my favorite restaurant. I love when you guys come here and you let me pick my restaurant. There's my Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. How are you doing? And Brenda's here. Hi, Brenda B. How are you doing? Wait till you see this year's gift. Oh my. See, she's gonna have me going through. You guys know I'm flying in the night before the retreat, and we are road tripping it to the retreat. She's gonna have me going through the bags before we even get there. She's gonna have to repack. So I cannot wait. But for me, we all are different. But for me, oh my God, that was the project of the year. I saw it when she was making it every week. We were tuning in and watching, and everyone was complimenting it. And then when it actually came out of the box, and the lady that got her box, when it looked so amazing. It literally looked like something that you go to the store to buy. Obviously, that's why we craft, because we want our items to look so authentic that someone would want to buy them, and then we give them to our 8200 friends and family. And that's why we craft, to have someone to give our items to. We give our mistakes and everything away, don't we, guys? So for me, and I know you're tired of me talking about it, but for me, that was just an amazing gift. Obviously, I crochet. Have I ever sat down? Because she's offered this pattern to me, guys. I don't want you to think she's a horrible sister. She has offered this pattern to me. I just have never sat down and actually, gave it a whirl and tried it or anything. So, and anyway, sorry, I got to change my wax. It's old. Perfect for when you're working with ABs or sparklers, but this is just plain old diamonds at this point. So let me swap it out. Anyway, I'm on the strip. I'm meeting family, and we get there early. When you get to a restaurant early, do you go ahead and sit down? Do you get the seating taken care of, or do you wait for everyone to arrive? Definitely was teaching my daughter, hey, chat, are we ready to party? Yes, we are. That's right. It's relax time. I'm relaxing the neck. So I am the type of person, if I get there early or the first person there, I will go ahead and take the arrangements, make sure there's seating for everyone, make sure it's adequate. We're not sitting by, the door where the food is coming out, definitely not sitting by the restroom or something to that effect. I will go ahead and, take that upon myself. No worries. It's no big deal or issue or anything like that. My daughter and my young cousin, they just, kind of looked shocked that we went ahead and took care of everything. So is that couth or no couth? I don't want to be doing something that, everyone considers to be rude. But, you don't have to stand around. Why wait? They told us it was going to be a 45 minute wait. So I'm like, we can cut into that. We can go ahead and get the table early. We were there like 15, 20 minutes before family. So we cut into that tremendously. And by the time they got there, they didn't have to wait at all. We had already been seated. And she'd already ordered her drink. So I'm way ahead of the game. We have a seat. It's nice. I got the, perfect area. It's beautiful. We're at the Brio Grill. It's my favorite restaurant. It's that authentic Tuscan Italian village scenery. The ambiance is dark, So I go ahead and I say, I'm going to get my drink. I was feeling Italian that night, feeling it. So I definitely know I have got to go ahead and get a peach Bellini. Yes, that's what they're known. They're known for their peaches, so they put them in. They put them in everything, to be honest. But I got a peach Bellini. Is that Care Bear? Hey, Care Bear, how are you? And J. Rob's making some popcorn so she can sit back and enjoy some laughs. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I am there. I'm getting my drink and I'm so excited. I really am. I'm excited. I haven't seen family really in about it's almost 2 years. So we go to Denver, Colorado every November. And then our cousins and our family, they come here. Usually it's somewhere around March or April. And so the unfortunate part is they were on their way here. We were all going to do a stay on the strip last April. The girls, my daughter, my little cousin, they were going to stay on the strip. First time going to get to do it on their own. And they had tickets to the Jonas Brothers. So they were going to get an authentic experience. They couldn't wait. They were excited. Guess what? March happened. April never occurred, unfortunately. So I felt kind of bad, Now, this is our first time because obviously we didn't go in November to Denver to see family. So we're trying to get back into some traditions and things. This was a 2-day trip. It wasn't big, but family got to come. Hi, how are you doing tonight, Deanne? You guys, if you don't know, Deanne's my partner. We are going to do our Diva Off shoulder roll contest at the retreat. She says she doesn't know what she's going to do. She's probably literally going to get up and then shake her shoulder and probably going to sit down. I'm going to have to pull her out onto whatever our official dance floor is going to be. I feel like I'm going to have to, like nudge her and snuggle her and hug her and, do what I have to do to get her out there. But I'm pretty sure she's going to have an amazing time once she's out there. Look at her. She's already smiling. That looks like a nervous smile. But nonetheless, it's a smile. And who would I be if it weren't for someone to bring the fun? I'm going to bring the fun. And you're going to have an amazing time. And you're going to go home and you're going to talk to your friends. And they'll be like, all right, enough. How many times are you going to tell us about? Okay, so Tia, and then you did a and okay, and it was funny. And you showed the road and she showed the road. And okay, we get it. But you're going to look back on those memories and you're going to cry. You're going to cry, you're going to cry. And that's what it's all about. So I hope that this build up has been really exciting for you. And I cannot wait to show you what I have in store. I hope I'm not building it up so much. And then it's just not fun to you, you know. Maybe I'll share it with Marissa so she can give me an idea. If she maybe not Marissa, because I think Marissa's going to join in. Maybe I'll share it with Rebecca and she can tell me if she thinks that it's a good idea, if it'll excite you, or if you'll just be sitting there like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? So anyway, we're at the restaurant. I'm having an amazing time talking to my daughter. We're waiting on family and I order my drink. The waiter comes back around and says, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm going to have to see some ID. I'm like, what? Stop. I'm waiting on grandkids. What are you talking about? I'm really serious, though. And he is like, ma'am, I'm serious. I'm going to have to. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? Like, I'm confused. And he looks at my daughter like she's the mom and back at me, ma'am, I need to see some ID. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let me get out my wallet. Let me get my wallet out. I was like excited. But I was so excited, I was like stumbling and, you know, pitter pattering. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. So I pull out my wallet. I pull out my ID and bam, flash it at him. And he doesn't believe that that's me. Girl. Oh, man. I don't know if he is trying to get into heaven. I don't know, you know, if he's like going to meet me around the corner afterwards. But he literally doesn't believe that it's me. Cousins have to show up and they're like, yeah, that's her. Are you serious? She's a million years old. Of course, they ruin the moment, you know. But I am looking fly. You guys know I have my butterflies in my hair. I couldn't wait. I was posting to Lizzie. I feel bad because Lizzie is 3 hours ahead of me. So if it's 7:30, 8 o'clock my time, it's got to be about 10:30, 11 o'clock her time. And I'm like, girl, he don't believe me. Girl, I'm just texting her. So then I sent her a picture of what I was looking like. And she was like, oh, it's definitely the butterflies. Yeah, it's the butterflies. Really? It's the butterfly. It's not me. It's not my bubbly personality. You know, I was feeling good. And I was like, oh. So at first I was like, you know, they probably got a card to everybody over 40 or everybody over 30. And he was like, man, you did not look 21. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you right now, I was winking at that man all night long. So I get my drink and I am sitting back with the cousin. And I'm like, so what have you been up to? It's been 2 years. Oh my gosh, it's been way too long. We can't do this. We can't let this much time. And she says, well, I quit drinking during the pandemic. And, huh? You did? What? What? Like who ruins? I mean, I went from all the way up in the clouds. Now I'm down on the bottom. I look horrible. I look insensitive. How did I not know this? And you guys can answer this question for me or not. But is it okay to still drink the drink? Or I mean, you know, am I being supportive? What am I doing here? I was torn. Like my special moment was ruined. Because you know I was gonna talk about it all night. Every time he walked by, how you doing? And the youngin would like, you know, so I was gonna play it up. And then it's like my moment got ruined. So what would you do? In that moment, you just got the drink of all drinks. You're floating high. It's probably got some extra alcohol in it because she looks amazing for 21. So, do you drink the drink? What do you do? I would love Tia. When I come to Vegas, we're gonna hit the strip and party. We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna have so much fun. I'm telling you right now. But the girl, she looks young, so I may need to get my reinforcement. My mom, I'm gonna have to get her to come with so we can get in somewhere. She gonna be mad when she watch this back, y'all. Oh, Deanne says yes, it is okay to drink, but you still feel awkward. All right, Dreamer. Dreamer said you drank the drink. Dreamer, I told a drink up and ordered another. After all, he didn't think I was old enough to drink. I tore it up. It was so good. It was so good. Extra prosecco, please, please put some extra in it. Yeah. So I felt it was a very awkward moment. I mean, this moment lasted like at least 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know. And then Summer's going into discussion about what happened, and I'm like happy for her because she's like me. She's a partier. But I'm trying to congratulate her, but I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I didn't do anything really during the pandemic. I'm aching to get out. I'm just aching. I got all my buddies coming out here. Oh, Rebecca said, drink the drink. How's Mama doing? Mama's doing pretty good. She is in the other room. She's working on her planner. So you guys know my mom decided to go with a faith-based planner, and she has a faith-based prompted journal. So if you guys were able to tune in Monday night on Crystal's Crafty Creations, she does the last Monday of every month. She does planner night, and my mom, I showed her planner because I just got off from work, so I wasn't prepared to scooch her in, unfortunately, to my desk so that she could sit on the other side and show her planner and things. So I showed her planner. It's prompted. She has her stickers. She's having a lot of fun. She's also gotten into, I know if you guys watched the live just before mine, you guys know Lizzie Falcon, she said to you guys that she's been taking YouTube classes online. So my mother, because she watches you guys with me, we'll have you guys on our TV. We'll watch your lives. I'm diamond painting or I'm messing with clay. And she's, sitting next to me and she watches you guys right along with me. We talk. My poor mom, she's not in the community, but she's in the community. Most of you guys know her. You hear her in the background. She makes her comments, but she feels like she knows you guys just as much as we know each other because she watches and she, talks and discusses and things. So we're sitting there and yeah, she got her little planner out. She's got her beer. Yeah. Hey, who doesn't want to drink a little beer while they're messing with their faith-based planner? I'm just saying, it's not wine, but it's a spirit for her. I guess that's how you look at it. I'm not mad at her, I'm not mad at her at all. But I think that it's cute to see. She gets on there, she'll watch you guys. She watches Shalene because Shalene does coloring and she teaches us how to shade. My mom was never great at coloring. She always could draw, but she's learning now how to add color. So she's kind of excited about that because that's a new level of artistry that she never ever did. I did show some of her pieces in our smaller Zoom group, and she wants to get better. But I told her I'm going to show your pieces. I'm going to show them to Rachel at TSA, and we'll see. We'll see what goes from there. But hey, who doesn't want to at least be on the cusp of something different, something abstract, something great? I know I would like to be. So let me go back in. Oh, I'm doing pretty good tonight, Miss Drea. Oh, Drea, I'm telling you, Abel looks like he has grown in the last 3 months. He looks, I don't know, you got to measure him and see how many inches he's grown, but he looks like he has really grown. Mama drinking her Budweiser from a glass. That's right. So I think you are right when you said, D-Nick, that's your fault. She likes it in a glass and stuff. So when I buy my beer, I will buy a bottle. I like a salted rim, and I will stuff a lime. If there's no limes, I will put a lemon down inside my beer. But I drink a lot of Mexican beer. Love that salty flavor that you get from drinking beer. And I have a preference for Corona, but I do like Dos Equis, Modelo, Pacifico. That's about as much as far as I go. I have tried imported, like I definitely tried Heineken. I did not like it at all. That so I'll drink straight from the bottle though. No problems, no issues. I brought my mama a bottle one time. It was cold, frosted. You could see the dew coming down. And she said, "What is that?" I was like, "It's beer. Did I get the wrong kind?" No. I was like, "What's wrong?" "It's in the bottle." Did you want it on the floor? I'm confused. Help me out, Mom. It's been 35, it was like 30 something years since I'd been in her home. And she was like, "I am not a cowboy. I'm a lady. You could bring me mine in a glass." I'm like, "What the heck?" Oh my gosh. And anytime I forget and hand her glass, her bottle or can, whatever I bought, she will get on me. So, but I think you're right. But there have been a couple of times, D Nick, where she has said that in restaurants also. I'm like, "Oh my God, let me go to the restroom before she embarrassed me with the waiter." "Hey Robert, how are you? How you doing? Tell her to come see me in June." I certainly will. Dreamer says, "I mail it Monday." I mail it Monday. Hmm. I'm thinking you're not talking to me, but I'm still being nosy. Amanda says, "Hello. Hope you're doing good, lady." I am. It's a good day. Obviously, the world is opening back up. And with that said, there's a whole lot more auto accidents. So I am extremely busy. If you guys didn't know, I'm an insurance adjuster slash appraiser slash I do it all. The only thing I don't actually do is physically anymore. I don't get up under cars and I don't do any work and things like that. In my past, I have worked on cars. uh, I don't do any like mechanical repair. I've only, like I'll change out oil and things like that, brakes, visceral stuff, but I've never done like rebuilding a transmission or anything like that. So, with that said, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like, car accidents have like tripled. Like everybody's getting into a car accident right now. Everyone. And the sad part is, we don't have people who operate with the most integrity at all whatsoever. So I just want to give you guys just a couple quick tips. If you are in an accident and someone says, "Oh my God, I don't know, I don't have insurance, please let's settle this outside," don't fall for that. They probably have been in another accident. And unfortunately, you know, if they really don't have insurance, you're giving up your ability by not going after them to go after them. You got to pay your deductible because you got to pay your deductible usually, regardless of who is at fault. Some insurance companies are generous and they can waive it if you're not at fault and they have identity on the other person. But I'm just saying, if they use that, what you want to do is say, "Yeah, I can understand, but at this point, let's go ahead and involve the police. Call the police. They're supposed to facilitate the exchange of information. If no one's hurt and the other person is still not cooperating, then they should come out." I say should, 'cause they don't always. The other thing, you know, no hood twerking. That's right. You're just taking all the fun away, though. The other thing, um, if you're in an accident, uh, if you lightly tap, bump, barely hit, just a midge, it's, just a fingernail, tap, scratch, bump, any of those words, you sound guilty. If you have to say it in that regard, you did it. You hit them. You touched them, you know. So there are a lot of people, I didn't even feel the bump. I don't think I hit them. I looked at their car. This was a little tiny bump, a little scratch, a little fingernail, you know, look like you can buff it out. It's not really up to you to be able to determine that. So if you're using those types of terms, then you know you probably did it. So, so the next thing is just get your insurance involved. All day long, I hear, you know, what I probably could have, should have, maybe would have. I was just slightly, you know, pulling up, almost could have, but didn't. You know, trying to ease their way out of it. It's hilarious. Tia said she no longer gets physical with the cars. I had a twerking image. I mean, it's Vegas. Man, so you guys know Drea was going to be coming here to Vegas. That would have been amazing. Can you imagine us down at the Thunder Down Under? Whew, man. And then we go down to Cleopatra's Barge after that. That place hardly ever closed. Well, before the pandemic. I have not been there since the pandemic. You could show up at Cleopatra's Barge about 2:47 in the morning and walk up out of there when the sun is shining. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about great times. Do you guys like 80s cover bands? Oh, I love to go to 80s cover band. Well, they have little concerts here, little venues, because you know, all the casinos, they want you to come and they want you to spend your money at their location. So what do they offer? A lot of people, if you're spending money, you don't want to spend it on the event and still throw money at liquor and into a machine. So they have like free concerts and things. And I like to do a tour of the free concerts, and I'm in the audience. You would never guess that it was free, that I didn't pay to get in there. I'm like, woo! I'm cheering them on. I'm drinking. I'm having a good time. You know, I'm really just enjoying myself. And because I just turned 21, there should be much more of that coming. So if you guys are coming to Vegas and you guys are gonna be here, make sure you look me up and let me know. I have met up with many people when they've come out here to Vegas. Like Dawn Marie and I are very close. She came out, she was advertising online that she was coming to see her sister, and she came out, and I went to see her a couple times when she was here. And then she came to the retreat and we solidified our bond. And then when she was here again earlier this year to see her sister, Mama went with me to go hang out with her. Mom, you better not fall. Why are you up there? I can't get over there in time to catch you. You listen, lady. All right. Hi, Christy. How are you? Right, Amanda? I thought I needed to share so I wasn't alone. Uh-oh. J Rob, now that image will no longer leave my head. You are working too longer hours. I'm missing my tea time. I miss you too, Lizzie. I actually text Billy last night. I was trying to check on him because you know how you guys do your videos and stuff, and yeah, I do think that you know there's a sullen sadness to, I don't know if it's sadness. I think it's more he's just mentally tired, you know, and just ready to get settled and stuff. So I went to check on him. He was like, I'm about to put you into the chat. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm still working. So yeah, I miss you guys a lot. I know that you guys were hanging out with Drea last night, Miss Drea. Drea used to be my later in the evening chit chat because she don't ever sleep. I would hit Drea up late, like 10, 11 o'clock my time. It's like 1, 2 her time. She don't sleep. So I miss you guys. Oh, honey bunny, love you. Hi, Painting with Becca. How are you doing? Amanda says all she needs is her tripod microphone while she is dancing on cars. Yeah, Tia. Have you heard of the band Hairball? They cover 80s hair bands. I have. I love. So there is a couple here that I follow. I just when I'm looking up events and stuff, they are just now starting to get back into having events at the casinos. And the unfortunate part is because they're trying to bring traffic in, they're going with a lot of like well-known artists and things. So they're not doing like cover bands. They're actually trying to bring the bands. I know you guys have heard me talking about Brett Michaels and um rightfully so. So he is supposed to be touring this year, and it's people like him, mainstream artists that they're bringing back. They're bringing back Celine Dion, and I think she's been gone for maybe 2, maybe 3 years. So that's what I mean when I say they're bringing back a lot of heavy hitters. Oh, I went to their live show back in 2019, and I loved it. Oh. Just finished my portfolio of diamond paintings. I still have mine over there. I got halfway done and I, kind of gave up because it was taking my focus. Like after putting my diamond paintings in the portfolio, I was like, I didn't feel like then sitting down and diamond painting. So that's why you guys see me doing other things. Like at one point I was coloring, mostly talking. Um but yeah, that's where I'm at. So, needless to say, I drank the drink. No worries. I'm just, chit-chatting, Melanie. But thank you for coming and hanging out. Needless to say, I drank the drink. I, felt like, I feel really bad. I really should be supportive. But in this moment, I'm celebrating. This man told me, no, ma'am, you really don't look over 21. And irritated the hell out of my daughter. She was ticked. That made it even more special. But yes, I did. I had the butterflies in, and perhaps they do give me a youthful appeal, But when you're taking almost 31 years off of someone's age, what do you do? I mean, of course, that's cause to celebrate. And so, yeah, I felt really great. Definitely um gonna talk about that, talked about it to everyone. I couldn't wait to get home. Like I said, I was texting Lizzie. So I think I've shared that with everyone at this point. Thank you. um uh, you, when all this is over, I'm coming to Vegas. I'm really celebrating turning 40 with you, Vegas style. You're going to have so much fun. Now, you tell Tim I already apologized if we end up at the little chapel and you become Mrs. Schmidt. But you know what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Just saying, they're gonna have fun. Fun. I have it's been a while, but I have been to the male review show. There's some good looking men. It's like, I think it's a requirement that, no ugly people. I wonder who gets the casting gig. I don't know. But I have been, and yeah, it's really nice to go look at and drool over. I've been to female show also. I've been to more of the female shows than the men's shows. Um yeah, some of the shows here, because obviously, since the 40s and 50s, they walk around with the tassels and they flip. Woo, woo. Some of the shows, like the later shows, 10 o'clock at night, the later one, I think there's a 9. Depends on which casino you're going to. They take the tassels off, guys, just so you're aware. So make sure you know what show you're going to. You're going to a little peep, or we going full on. So make sure you check that out if you do come to Vegas and you're, going to see one of the big headpiece shows. A lot of times, the later one, those tassels come off. Okay. Hey, guy, I'm surviving, wanting to laugh a little, so that's why I'm here. Oh, boobies! That's right. You see the boobies. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Vegas. It's hot here right now. It's hot. I know you guys were talking earlier about when you get hot, you get temperamental. Man, you ever been to an angry strip show? Oh my gosh. That would be cause for, TikTok. Everything's on TikTok nowadays. I'm on TikTok the other day. No, I was watching the news. I was watching the news, and they said that two women get into a verbal disagreement on a flight from Vegas. They were leaving Vegas, I guess, going back home. So I'm trying to find they told us what airline it was. I'm trying to find the news article or see if I could see the video clip because I came into the room. Man, this airline must be famous for this type of disruption because not only did I see probably the one they were referring to, it was the most recent one, but dating back like at least 5 years, there were a ton of on the same, not the same exact flight, but the same airline. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely not gonna, shout them out. I don't want my name associated. I want them to come after me. Well, you talked about it. You discussed it. You named. So you're a part of the suing action. But again, this, is a report that I saw on the news and then went over. And yeah, lo and behold, somebody posted it up on TikTok. You can find all kinds of things on TikTok. What is besides Amber's videos and Brian and Shawana? What are some of the things that you guys watch when you guys go on TikTok? Amber has a different hair color every day. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. And she still has hair. If I change my hair color this week and then tried it again next week, I wouldn't have hair the third week. So yeah, she has just a uh, she's laughing. I get it, girl. I'm sending you love. Oh, based on how many drinks I have, I may be taking tassels off. Woo-hoo! Keep the party coming. Keep the drinks flowing. That would be fun. That would be fun. So yeah, we went one night. We went to Cleopatra's Barge and we were up really late. We were having a good time. We were walking the strip. We were going from like one club to the next. And so there was this guy in Cleopatra's Barge, and he was really hitting on me. Like really hitting on me. And I was like, he seems like he's a little tipsy. So I kept telling my girlfriend, he's cute though. Do you think that he's hitting on me because he's drunk? Or is he just free enough, he's drunk enough to feel comfortable hitting on me? He had his brother there, and his brother was with his girl or wife, and they just kept coming over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like, what are you sorry for? Like, he's literally sitting here. Who's sorry for being told you're so beautiful? There's nobody else here in this club that's so as beautiful as you. What are you doing for the next 3 years? He was really over the top. Next thing you know, oh, he says to me, "You'll never guess what I do for a living." What would you guys have guessed when somebody said that to you? Like, what would you have thought? What would have crossed your mind? Because I tell you what crossed mine and the shock on my face when he told me I was right. So just so you guys know, I said, "You're an airline pilot." He was like, "How did you know?" Like, J. Rob said a plumber. Oh, no, girl. He told me he is the airline pilot. I was like, thank God I live here. I'm not flying out anywhere. I kept trying to get him to tell me what airline. And his brother heard me and was like, come on, time to go, time to go, time to go, and was trying to usher him up out. So I guess they get to walking and he comes back. When he comes back, I swear, it's like something you watch in a funny comic movie or something. He comes back and he says, I just want to be clear. So you're not coming back to the room with me? But I probably would have because I was still trying to decide, is he only hitting on me because he's drunk? Or is he normally reserved and the alcohol is loosening him up? Obviously, I'm going to look at that as a beautiful moment for the big shoulders. And maybe, I don't know, I would have loved for him to get a look at me the next day when he was sober. I wish his brother had took some pictures of me. uh, did you get it? Yes, that's the thing. He was sitting there and had just kept, God, just keep them coming, just keep them coming. And my little sister was out here, and she was liking one of the guys in the band. He was the drummer in the back of the. I was like, "How do you see him back there, Robert? You're always laughing at me." So I'm like, how do you even see him back? She was like, "Girl, he's cute. You can tell it's dark, and he's in the back. Like he dropped a stick. His gig is over. Are you serious?" Like she was really gone over the drummer. So you never know. But he was sitting in the back, and so you know, you couldn't see him. You couldn't tell or anything. So this drunk pilot, yeah, he had the drinks. He kept them coming. He was young though. He looked like he was like 30. Not that you can't be a pilot at 30, but he was very young. He wanted to show you his. Don't look that up. Oh, well, it was a fun night. That's all I can say. And sometimes that's all that it takes to make it fun is to be with a group of friends or family, somebody that you love, you're having a good time with, you're comfortable with, and then you get some comic relief added to the night. That's what made it fun. We kept the fun going. There have been times where we were in New Orleans one year. Oh my gosh, New Orleans, to some of the stuff that you see, we went down for I went twice. Once I was there for Mardi Gras, and just before Katrina hit, we had went down for the Essence Festival in July. That's every year during like the 4th of July week. And oh my gosh, the sights that you see, the way that people dress, like they don't you think they don't wear a lot here in Vegas? They don't wear nothing in New Orleans. Well, the old New Orleans. Don't be like Tia. And yes, don't look up anything that you don't know. Please don't. It just scars you for life. Uh, so, with that said, yeah, I'm just having a little fun. I definitely wanted to make sure that everybody is enjoying their summer as the world reopens. One thing I will say, unfortunately, is we have returned to our mask mandate here in Las Vegas. So we were open, we were, mask free, and unfortunately, our numbers have started to skyrocket to a point where they wanted to do something immediate. They have returned to the mask mandate. We don't know what this means yet as far as, them applying percentages to, our, how many people can be inside and things. Um, we were back 100% full capacity. This just came across to us on Monday, so it's been 2 days. But yeah, our numbers are starting to go back up. Even with vaccinated people, obviously, the death toll is not there, but it's still crowding out the hospitals and things. So, oh, thank you, Christy. So let's see. With that said, let me see. You guys know tonight's the night. Tonight is the night that I Well, it's the last Wednesday of the month, so you guys know I always try and do a giveaway. And it's going to be a TSA giveaway. So just to kind of bring you guys down the path, there is going to be, come August 1st, 6 new Lizzie Falcon releases. Yay! Now the releases are going to coincide with Halloween. So they're going to be Halloween themed. Also announced in the live just before mine, which is going to be awesome. She is going to have some paintings that are going to come out by paint by number. So I'm really looking forward to that because, as you guys know, that is a craft that I've been wanting to get in. I've been dying, but I wanted to, obviously start that path with TSA. Especially if they're going to do some Maria Agmagnoli. I believe I'm saying her name completely wrong. I think it's Abagnale, but I'm saying it wrong. But you guys, I'm sure when you look up the name, you'll understand. I would love to see some of her work come out paint by number. That would be amazing. There's Tina. Hi, Tina. How are you? It's been a long time. So hopefully I will be able to get a paint by number. I know I have a kit coming. And to be honest, at this point, because I'm tagging along on Jeremy's team was the team that was picked. He had more people on his team that were interested in doing paint by number. And so I'm going to kind of tag along and add on to his team, that being, his event. And paint by number and collab with them. So I'm kind of excited. Can't wait. Yeah. So, you guys make sure that you check down in my description box because I always give you my TSA studio link so that you can shop. And as you know, if you shop, you can save 15% on a purchase of $40 or more by using the code TF15. It's down here, right down here. So I'm going to ask for a volunteer in the audience, someone to help me. What I would like for you to do, one of my mods, if you could, send me a number. Send it to me by messenger, and then I'm going to do, a countdown. Everybody's going to guess, and, you're excited for the paint by number. Are you going to join in too, Christy? That's going to be fun. You going to do it, Lizzie? Lizzie, yes, because you won the May contest. So, yes, Lizzie, send me a number. Make the number make it between 5 and 162. Nana, hi Nana, how are you? How are you feeling? And there is Yvonne. You like that? Did you like that? 5 and 162? Cool. Because I'm doing big things. I am doing big things. Doing big things. The emerald. Where did I put my emeralds? That's the only thing when it comes to customizing. If you don't finish your painting right then and there, sometimes you forget the color scheme that you were going to use. So I believe I was using emerald sparklers on this color, and I don't remember. I used them on something else, and there you go. That's what happens. Where did I put the emeralds? Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. And you? I'm doing pretty good. Been missing you. I've been working a lot. I have been working a lot, which is unfortunate. It's very hard to motivate yourself to work when you are trying to figure a way to quit working. Oh, that is a true statement, too. I think if I could put all the energy that I have in trying to figure a way to be able to quit working, if I could put that energy into like an invention or something, I would be rich. But my energy is solely focused on trying to figure a way to quit. Like, I'm just thinking, I don't want to wait till 59 so I can, pull out my 401k. I don't want to do that. I want to wait till 62 to add 401k to, retirement. I've been really working the angles, guys. It's a moot point because I don't see an avenue at this point. Nothing's clear, but I'm still trying. I'm still trying. Hi, Viv. How are you? How are you? Look at that. Oh, Linda's crafty life. Hello. How are you tonight? Just made my 15-year anniversary at work. Tina, I'm glad. That is so awesome. Oh man. Field trip. Field trip. I just noticed something from tonight. What did you notice? I just got noticed something from tonight. I would love to know what you noticed, Samantha. You're going to try and find a way to put a few sparklers in your paint by numbers. I already have something to work in on that also. But yes, great. Yay, great to hear. I'm good. Thank you. I'm here. I wonder if I'm behind. Am I behind? I might be behind. Time I go back and watch you guys. I'm sorry. I am behind. I know that happened. Yvonne says, Tia, you're going to try and find a way to put it. Yeah, I definitely see that occurring. I got baby twin cousins. Twin cousins. So they're twins and they're your cousin, or are the cousins not brother and sister and they look alike? My dad and his first cousin are twins. They look alike. Like they came out of the same womb. Obviously, like fraternal because my dad's a guy and my his cousin it's a girl. But they look alike. They grew up, they were raised as twins because they looked so much alike. When two babies are sitting on the floor and they both bald and you can't tell if one is a boy or the other is a girl and they look alike. So obviously as they grew, my my dad had long hair and it was long and like curlier than mine. It's my dad. My grandmother on my dad's side, she's Portuguese, so he had really pretty curly hair, and you could put it up into like a ponytail. And if his cousin, I call her my cousin also, but if she puts her hair up in a ponytail, then obviously they're still gonna look like twins. They were raised as twin cousins. So do you mean that, or do you mean that they were, they're twins, and the two twins are your cousin? Yep. She said, "Yep," because I didn't ask two questions. Yep. There we go, Samantha. Oh man. So yeah, what we're going to do, I'm going to hit this start. Did you, Lizzie? Did you send me a number? Or okay, you sent it. I see it. Okay. So I'm gonna hit start. I'm gonna type it in. Keep in mind, you're gonna have a number that you're picking between 5 and 162. 162. Just so you're aware, this one is open to everybody because obviously it's a gift card. Gotta put the qualifier. This one is also, for right now, the closest without going over. Ooh, the closest without going over. Okay. Are you ready? Gentlemen, people, him, her, she, it, everybody, start your engines and go. Everybody not at all at once. Not everybody guess. Not there we go. Woohoo! I know there's a delay, but I need to see. Woohoo! Uh-huh. Just so you guys are aware, it's a $25 gift card to TSA. Gonna have some fun shopping. And don't forget, if you wait until August 1st, you can shop Lizzie Falcon's latest collection. So make sure you drop to the bottom. Go to the bottom. It'll be right in there. There's a link. And then enter Tia's code. Tia15. 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 I wonder if I could put a number in. If I put a number, no. See, there I go. Always looking for a way. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So every number above. Oh, that's cute. What's that? It's a little monkey. Look at that. How'd you get that? I want to do a monkey. Where's my monkey at? How you get a monkey? That's nope. I don't think that's the same kind of monkey. Ah, I'm jealous. Oh, this is cute. Look at that. I pushed the button. Not sure I know how. The winner is at Kim. I love you. Is that 0130s or just 130s diamond art? Yep, you won. Woo! Everybody, let's send up some congratulations. Kim won the gift card. Yay! Yay! It's a TSA gift card. Make sure that you either email me at mymentaladictions@gmail.com. You should be able to get that in my about page, or you can look me up on Messenger. I'm almost always available. I'll respond. If I don't see it today, I definitely will get it tomorrow. And what I will do is get your email address and I will send you the gift card via email. It's so much fun. I'm gonna send you my link and my code also so you can really shop. I usually get a lot of people that are shopping my link and things like that. But I didn't post a lot of pictures this past month, and it really shows. So forgive me in advance if you see me throwing up all over the place with all of my links and things, because, like I said, it really shows. TSA affiliate link. Oh, thank you. So that was a lot of fun. Yes, this picture, I went through and took my time and I kind of mapped out what I wanted to bling out on the picture. I had a lot of help from you guys. Kind of, like I said, I put it away for a while. I was doing some other stuff. And the unfortunate part is when you put a painting away, sometimes it's hard to pull it back out. Um, Nothing against the painting. Definitely wasn't anything against diamond painting. I found that I was really missing diamond painting. I was missing it a lot. And so, I have my focus. My focus was on my pens. Now that I feel really good about my pens. Shocking moment. pretty color. Just so you guys know, this is Tiffany Sanded Beaches. I think it's one of my favorites. Anyway, so my focus, I had went away from the pens even, because my air must have been going out in my house, and firing up my oven to bake my pens was killing me. So I really was just trying to get as close to everyone's previous pen family as possible, mixing different, everything didn't mix perfectly. I had two that I just couldn't decide upon. Maybe you guys can. And they look close enough to me, but then maybe in a viewfinder they don't. Um, and so this is magenta pearl, and I forget what this is. I think sunset pearl. Anyway, yeah, it's little things like that, which made it difficult for me to be able uh, uh, like fully. Like I couldn't just sit down, create 10 and be done. Like I was really testing everything, colors, and what hues look best and things like that. So I will continue. This pen right here, this was named by Don Marie Nunez. And yeah, just trying to get the perfect hue. So, when you do this, obviously you have to bake them and things of that nature that heats up the house. So I was really like losing my mind, like, oh my gosh, it's hot. So what ended up happening was my motor was going out on my train condenser air conditioner, and the gentleman ended up having to work on it in 110-degree weather. While he was outside, 110 degrees, it got upwards to close to 100 here in the house. My last time checking, I saw 91, and I had to sit down. And then my daughter and my son, he must have been like unbothered. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's 94. Oh yeah, like you don't feel that? It's not killing you. Then on top of that, we had humidity and moisture in the air. The day after that, we got hit with, I think it was our second or third monsoon rain. So if you ever come to the desert, monsoon rain is different than just, oh, it's raining cats and dogs. It rains so hard, you think this is all the water the world is ever going to get. And it's emptying out now, right here on us. Everything floods up, so it makes it difficult. You can't really go a lot of places. You can't travel in it because it's coming down more than just sheets. It's like coming down in buildings. It's thick. And it does that for a good, I don't know, hour, 20 minutes. It depends. And then the sun comes back out and it's water everywhere. It's like Lake Las Vegas. So it's crazy. And it causes, because of how hot it causes us to feel the humidity, because we don't have any. It's like 0% humidity here, but we do get it during monsoon season. Thankfully, monsoon season, it starts in July, it ends in July. So we only have a few days left. I mean, it's not unheard of to have ever rained in the desert somewhere else, but we really only get it in July, and we haven't gotten it this bad in years. I would say at least 4 or 5 years. So, whew, that's the misery that I've been dealing with. Kim says, I'm so excited. It sounds good. I've never shopped with them. Thank you again. Well, thank you for coming in and for participating. And make sure that you hit that like button. The like button. That one right here. Make sure you're subscribed. I think there's something up here. Woo. That was cute. Yeah. So, yeah. How's everyone's summer? And I'm normally finishing up, but just so you guys are aware, I had an opportunity to weigh myself, and I never do that. Like I never. ever weigh myself. There's no point, you know, unless I'm like, oh my God, when I went to bed last night, I was feeling kind of bloated. And now that I'm awake, I feel like I've lost 75 pounds. Then that's a need to, you know, you're going to want to step on the scales, you know, put your foot on and check it and things like that. So obviously, I've never felt the need. It's been a long time. I decided to get on, and I'm down 12 pounds. Yay! It's probably a little less than that now because I celebrated. Don't tell them what I did, Robert. That's between you and me. But I celebrated. And I'm pretty sure I packed on some pounds through the celebration. We have air quality issues here in Indiana due to the Canada fires. Oh, Drea says, I love those, Tia. Oh, whoop, whoop, Tia. Yes. So, you guys know I've been doing the step challenge. It's challenging because I live in the desert and it's hot here. But I do try and make it a point to get more movement in my body and in my life. Now, Nana, I will attribute all of my weight loss success to you because you're the one who gave me the idea. So this idea, I know you guys have heard me talking about it. I've talked about it. This actually came from Nana of Seven Crafts. So I was like, when the pandemic first hit, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to blow up. I can't afford for my shoulders to get any bigger. I'm already out, you know, a snacker and things. What am I going to do? So to avoid snacks, sugary snacks, salty chips, things of that nature, I said I'm going to take these shakes. The shakes, they fill me up. So in between meals and stuff, I would drink a shake. One would fill me up. The problem is I would have them a few times a day. For breakfast, between breakfast and lunch, between lunch, dinner, after dinner, and then one before bed. So you know, the effectiveness was, am I munching on cookies, cakes, donuts? No. Chips? No. But were the shakes just a replacement? Probably. I think it just caused me to maintain where I was. There was no losing, and I definitely did not gain. So that was the great part about it. But I knew cognizantly that I needed to wean myself off because I was really getting addicted to them. Like, I didn't get my shakes this week. I don't go into the store. I have things delivered. But if I forgot to get the shakes, she would be in the car. She would go and buy shakes. So with that said, I know Tia won't tell anyone. Ooh, 78. That's a good temperature. So thank you, Kim. She said 12 pounds is great. Yes. So I'm like, I need to get off the shakes. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Nana's the one who told me that she had started on the Circle and she was drinking the water. She talked to me about how, you know, she was trading in her sips, is what she was calling them and things. So I said, I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna order them. They came in. The goal was that I was going to be off of them before the Michigan retreat. I was not off of shakes before the Michigan retreat. I officially started sometime the weekend of 4th of July. So this is all taking place since the 4th of July. Anyway, I got some flavors that I thought I would really enjoy. I got some that were horrible. Don't do anything at all with the coffees. The coffees they got an aftertaste. You know, it tastes bad, I guess is the best way. Anyway, so the coffees I didn't like. They had like vanilla iced coffee flavor and caramel iced coffee flavor. It was nasty. Nasty. Turn it up, turn it down. You couldn't get the flavor out your mouth. So I definitely was like, I started on their fruit punch, I think. And I got their cranberry grape. I have their apple. Yes, I do too, Nana. Um, then I said this next shipment, I'm gonna try the peach tea. Tried their peach tea, and that was Robert's idea. Robert drinks tea like all day, every day. So I was like, I'm gonna join him. I'm gonna get me a tea also. And so I got peach tea. Long story short, I can't believe it, but I haven't had a shake since that weekend. When I get thirsty, I go and grab one of those. I even started buying it. This is ridiculous. I started buying a little handy dan. This don't you just put your sip in there, and I guess it makes it easier for you to trade if if you want to go with one flavor over the other and things like that. But yeah, I have, oh, look at that. I don't know what this does. I never even realized it opened on both ends. Um, as you can see, it's empty. And the reason it's empty is because I did not feel the benefit of it because I like something else a little bit better. This is funny, but I like the box that it came in better. Because I don't have to take these out. I don't have to take these out of the wrapper to put them in the container. And so it kind of sits like that. And yeah, these are my one-time flavors where I'm gonna just try them one time. And if I don't like them, then I won't reorder. So these are for my one-time flavors. But look at that. Handy dandy. And I've been using the box a little bit more than I've been using. But that's what this is designed for. You're supposed to put the sip in there. But yeah, you got to open the package to put them in. I didn't feel that. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't seem fun. Once I open it, I'm gonna use it. So it's cute. It's cute. Uh, let's see. I love circle. I need one of them. I'm gonna have to send you this one then, because I don't use it. I use the box though. So the box, like I said, you can keep your circle sips inside the wrapper that they come in because they say, once you open it, that's when you use it. And you have, I think, up to 2 weeks to use the sip once it's open. So these right here, unless they're already open and you want to take two flavors or something like that, I don't see the need for it because I got to open the wrapper to put these in there. So that's why I prefer the box. But it opens on both ends. Wow. Yeah. Binoculars. Look at that. You can't see. Hi. Hi. Can you see my hand? No, it doesn't bring anything closer though. Technology. So yeah, that's my week. I'm down 12 pounds. I was really proud of myself. Water will do it. Water will cause you to, and I feel like, when I sat down, me and my mom was like sitting here doing the math. Like I went back to fifth grade and I was like, those shakes, they were 260 calories and I was having such and such. I think I had like 5 a day. And I was like, so when you add those up times, 7 days, how much does it take? I was like, okay. So I'm in essence losing. I felt like it was, I think, 2 or 3 pounds, 2.7 or something like that pounds that I'm losing just removing the shakes because I'm not getting those empty calories, which, probably, like I said, help me maintain. So that's why that was a good idea. Just dropping those, I lost the natural, I guess, the weight that I was maintaining by just taking those. So I guess that's good. We'll see what this next month is, August, obviously. Hoping for the same result. If I lose another 12 pounds, definitely was a great idea removing those shapes. So we'll see. But thank you, Nana. Love you. It was a great idea. Thank you, Robert, for giving me the tea idea. That was pretty cool. And yeah, so now the other day, Robert was like, well, I'm about to have my tea. I was like, well, I'm going to have a tea too. I'm going to have a peach tea and join you. And I felt like, although we're not in the same town because he's in Canada, I did get a chance to feel um, like, let's see, that's a good idea. Like we were having tea time together. Does it have aspartame? Nope, sucralose. Sucralose is Splenda. You can order them with stevia. I know that's a plant-based sugar. So you can do stevia also. And I know Crystal said that she was on them, and the ones that had, I think, Splenda or sucralose, I think she said she felt a headache. Um, I've only been on them for a month, so I don't notice a headache. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. Hey, Beth, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a long time. You're allergic to aspartame? Oh my goodness. My younger brother, he's adopted. And for a long time, we didn't know what was going on. And my dad, he took him in. How old was Vaughn at that point? Can't remember. I think he was 5 at that point. And my dad took him in to get checked out and stuff. Certain things that, he would have all the time. He got all kind of tests. They did all kinds of allergies and stuff like that, and finally came back to find out he's allergic to saccharin. So, wow. Yeah, that's the first time I've heard someone else that's allergic to, a sugar substitute. But yep, he's allergic to saccharin. So he couldn't have anything like my dad and my aunt, his sister, they adopted him together. But my aunt, she did all the cooking. She would come over and things like that. She felt like my dad was wasting his time because he had a housekeeper for us. This is after my parents had divorced, and then my dad raised me. My aunt felt like my dad was spoiling us, so she comes along, and she came along to try and put her oar in and ruin my childhood. I get on her to her this day about that. But yeah, she would always get on my dad about the stuff that he would allow us to have, the freedom from whence we were allowed to eat, the taste and the flavor from whence we were allowed to enjoy ended when she walked through that door. So I've been around just super quiet. Well, there's nothing wrong with having a little fun with us every once in a while. Been here for a while, but I'm diamond painting. Well, yeah, that's the point. That's the whole point. Making me feel bad. I, I was changing out my colors, guys, and I have a label over here for the ones that I knew that I was going to customize. You guys can see some of the other ones I've already customized. Right now I have 1, 2. There is emeralds. I thought so. These are the emeralds right here. Now I just got to find where I put them. Pretty sure I used them in something else. That's why you shouldn't have multiple projects going at once. Definitely, if you do, don't have multiple projects with the same color, theme and things going. So, because I'm pretty sure that's why you can't find my emeralds. Yeah. And then I went through this has been the week of the sparklers, because I've been going through, my buddy, he is customizing Princess Di right now. And so I had to go through to look and see if I had some stuff for him to kind of finish out a section that he's working on. But he's blinging that thing out. Can't wait till you guys are able to see that. Did you see I did. Oh, you did an excellent job. I saw that. Are you doing any more custom pieces? Because I'm thinking about Faye. And that's why I have some issues, right now. Can't find my emerald because I believe that I put my emeralds with Faye. I was trying to come up with a custom bling schemes for Faye. Tracy, how are you? It has been forever. How are you doing? Oh, so yeah, that's next up is maybe Faye. I'm trying to do more of my portrait pieces simply because next year I don't know if I'm going to last the whole year. We'll see. I look at Billy's painting, the one that he's doing right now, his craftably, and all I can say when I see that is, dang, look at all that confetti. So he brought that to the retreat. That was the painting that he started with. But because of how confetti ridden it was, he literally rolled it up, put the diamonds and things away in front of Craftably, and moved back over to the crystal canvas that he worked on for TSA. And he was moving. I don't know if you guys saw, but he was moving. I'm pretty sure he whipped that out in about 2.5 weeks. He moved that painting. It's on his wall behind him now. So any videos that you see, he was in the live just before mine where they interviewed Lizzie Falcon, and he had that painting display. He cranked that out. It's big. It's about this same size as the one I'm working on now. And I can tell you, he cranked it out. It moved really fast and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking right now is, focus on just some of these portrait pieces and things because I am going to try to enjoy the year of the landscape. I love landscapes, and they're my favorites. When it comes to finishes, I'm going to be honest, when it comes to finishes, my landscapes, I sit down and I finish them all the way through. I want to do them. I want to see them up and things like that. I did ask Lizzie tonight if she saw herself doing anything with landscapes or scenery or even still lifes, just a picture of, I know we see those windowsill paintings and things where you look out of the window and you see some sort of image or something. I like those also. I feel like the artists that are doing them right now, they're cluttering the picture with too much. It's too busy for my taste, but I like the concept of it. If I wanted to, I really could get the paintings and just customize the pieces that I didn't like about them, but they really are phenomenal. I really do like those windowsill um paintings that you're seeing where you're looking out the window and there's like books and things like that around. You can see the scenery outside and stuff. So that was my question to her. Did you guys see her face? She was looking like, no, like, why? I couldn't stop laughing at her face. To each their own and everyone's taste and things like that. I really do like to see how each artist, shows their individual talent and their individual taste and things like that, and how it comes to fruition on their canvas. So I wasn't trying to change her style, just wondering, does it, evolve? Does it change into anything else? Or is this, particular piece of art, this abstract, style, is this her style? So that really was all I was wondering about. But it was so funny to see the look on her face when I asked the question. She was like, oh, like I just could see her shrugging. If there was no camera, I could see her shrugging like, why? No, as if those are the things that were coming to mind when I was checking her face out. So it's a lot of fun. Uh, let's see. Nice. Billy says, I have a good part of the top row done. It's a 60 by 60. So Billy's painting that I'm talking about is a 60 by 60. It's a lot of work. It looks like a lot of work. But it looks like it is going to be so gorgeous. We were looking at the canvas, the colors, everything when he was taking his painting out of the box, the tube, and it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. The detail is there because it's a landscape. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. Obviously, before I move into landscapes, I'm going to see about getting some of the portrait pieces done, doing something a little different. That way I have something to look forward to. My favorite canvases are definitely landscapes. You guys know I have a love affair with Chuck Pinson, and Dominic's coming on strong. He's like, he's in my ear. He's whispering in my ear and he's saying, I know you like Chuck, but hey, my name is Dom. How you doing? So I just purchased four Dominic Davisons. I can't believe it, but four. And they're large. They're large. I've actually gone outside the box and bought a few that I didn't like. Some of the areas, and have been planning on changing. See, so I might do that also. Like I said, I really like those window scenes, but when I looked, I was talking to Rebecca one day, and she said, "Are you going to get that?" And I said, "And look, it just looks so busy. Like there's one, you know, for me, if there's going to be wood in a house, I want the wood to match. I'm always looking up like RVs and things like that. And one of the things that I hate with those RV kitchens is that they'll have the center island and it'll be like a black or dark wood. And then they'll have like a lighter, maple or, something, um, cherry or something for the cabinets and things. And I'm like, oh no, this is too much. Make the wood all match. And so in looking at the one picture, I forget who the artist was, but the wood in the items, I felt like they didn't flow. And so that was my only, issue. And obvious that's an obvious character flaw that can be customized. You can change it to suit your own characteristics, your likes and your tastes. Billy, you are avoiding confetti. I can't believe that. Tia, can you host a How to Bling a Landscape painting? It's been a while, Kim, but I certainly can. I did a couple of shows last year and I starred on a few lives last year and I kind of went through it. Um, worked on some stuff behind the scenes with my girl. You guys know that Tima is my goddess. Tima owns DP with Sparklers, and I love her. I love her so much. And thank you, J Rob. J Rob created the opportunity for me to be able to meet her. But what was even more special was she decided to sit next to me on the other side, because I had my road dog, Billy, he was on my right, and Tima and her husband Jerry, they sat to my left. And we spent so much time together. We stayed up late all night one night. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. If you guys ever get an opportunity to meet somebody that you idolize, to meet somebody that you hero worship, take the opportunity. It was so worth it. We picked each other's brains, we talked, we laughed. Poor Jerry. I'm sure I got on his nerves. Oh, I think he thinks that I'm crazy and I'm just a bundle of spunk. If I had to, I could hear him saying something like that. But I had a ball and I really got an opportunity to really share ideas and things like that. She picked my brain a lot about my ideas and where I get them from, bringing depth and things. And it really all goes back to I took like 3 years of art class, and the art teacher, the things he decided to talk about, he really had a strong focus on perspective. And then he also believed in depth and he believed in detail. And so I think I just walked away with that, you know. And I think everybody's art taste and their art experience is going to be unique to the first person that maybe introduced them to art or to the concept. Hi, Linda. How are you? I love landscapes too. I like all kinds of kits, but landscapes are my fave. I did Quiet Cove last October. I'm working Quiet Cove, and tonight I'm working on Rain. Hey, I have Rainbow Little Dragons that I also set up. Um, I started, like I said, it's hard for me with these cutesy portraits and figures. I get excited, I start them, and then I kind of move over to another one that excites me, and I start that. Um, I think when it comes to portraits, I finished J Rob's last year she did. I'm still waiting on Frozen Bling instructions. We're gonna have to do it. We have to do something where we're blinging up. When I did the Ice Princess with you and Steph last year, that was completely fun. That was the most I've ever I blinged out. That painting, I think I used 11 different sparklers, like two different ABs. I blinged it out and it sparkles. Does it sparkle? And I completed it. But it was fun and the color, palette. Hi, Cheryl. So, you can have fun blinging out. It's for me, it's a lot easier to kind of customize and, raise focus and deter focus when it comes to a landscape. The artist, they created a scene, but when I look at that scene, certain parts of it, I want to, call my focus to more than other parts of it. So that's what I do when I customize a landscape. I try and, highlight, the home because I feel like that's where the heart is. And who can't wait to get home? Who can't wait to get to their house, their place of comfort, their place of zen and peace and serenity. So that's why you hear me talking about, like the focus on the windows and stuff like that, highlighting and making sure there's light and things like that because you can't wait to get there. You want it to look cozy. You can't wait to get home. The surroundings and things like that. I always like to bring focus to the surroundings. And who doesn't want some kind of water by their place of zen? Some sort of stream of peace or peaceful stream. I think. So yeah, that's what oh, Cheryl saying hi to everyone. Uh, that said, oh, that is so super sweet. I watched a few when you were blinging up your son's Snow White or Milan. It was beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. Yes. See, you have been watching. Tia, good to know. Thank you for sharing on what you look at to bring to the focus. Yes, I do. For me, because again, think about it like this. How many of us, and this is how I look at my collection also. How many of us buy a painting and we can already tell where we would like that to go? When I buy a painting, I may not know where it's going to go, but I know if it's something that I'm purchasing, if I'm putting it on the wall, what I want to see when I'm looking at it. Similar to how if we go to an art gallery, and I'm looking at a painting and things like that, what is calling my eye? What's calling my attention? That's exactly how the painting I want it to hit me if it ever goes on the wall. I say if it ever goes on the wall because I don't know if it will. These are like my babies. My mom was asking me one time, she was helping me. You guys know I have I got a ton. I have like 300 and some, close to 400 paintings. Probably in boxes that need to be unboxed and put into my portfolio. I had, I don't know, 260 or 70. I had a lot. I got a ton of Diamond Art Club alone. So my goal was to unbox them finally, put them into a portfolio and, create some room because I got a portfolio that can slide up under the bed. And so while we're going through it, my mom said, before you open, because a lot of them still have the cellophane wrapper on them, I haven't done anything. I just ordered it. I couldn't wait to get it, but it's still in its box, becoming a collector's item. She said, go through your paintings. Early on, you might have purchased some things that, you had a ooh, ah, but, can you actually see yourself wanting to do it? Is it something that you feel is your must have? So as I was going through each of my paintings, I'm like, oh, okay. There's only one painting that I purchased a couple of them and that I sold my own personal copy. I had purchased two and then I purchased one for myself. The other two were gifts and they were already given away. And that was Lose Something. It's the was it Cheshire Cat? I think is what his name is. The Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. And when I went back and I looked at that, I'm like, yeah, I could see myself. I think I purchased that because it was all the rage, all the craze. But was it something that I felt like I just must do or I have to have? And it wasn't. That was the only painting out of all of my paintings that and I early on, obviously I hit up my Disney's off of AliExpress. The unfortunate part is I can't ever share those and show those to you guys. But yeah, I've done some AliExpress paintings and stuff, some things for my son. My son's room was decorated in Winnie the Pooh when he was born. We had Winnie the Pooh everything. And so I've done some Winnie the Pooh art and stuff for him to put in his room, just as a reminder. I know he's grown, but he does crafting with me, so he appreciated it. If I did that to my daughter, it would be in the trash. So, Cynthia, how are you? I just wanted to drop in and show support. Oh, thank you. I need you, Tia, to help me buy bling for my landscapes and for I Miss You. I still have I Miss You. Just so you guys know, me and Cheryl were doing a April collab for the painting I Miss You by Mandy Manzano. And we each bought the painting for, loved ones that have been lost in our life. And yeah, so we're going to work on it. I bought mine in was it 2019? 2019, I think, when it came out in May of 2019. She said she bought hers shortly thereafter also. And so we were like, okay, we're going to do it. I planned on doing it April 2019. That didn't happen. April of 2020, that definitely wasn't a good idea. So we decided we're going to do it this April. I pull it out. I had looked at it and everything like that. I got the diamonds out. I'm going to customize. And we got hit hard with some deaths in the family due to COVID, and trying to start to bling this piece and work on it and think about it, it took me back to a place of sadness. So unfortunately, our collab, and Cheryl was really sweet in working with me, said she understands if we need to, kind of postpone it and things. But we do, one of these days, Cheryl, do need to make sure that, we kind of look into it. Is it a painting that I'll give away? No. When I look at it, it definitely reminds me of how I used to, my dad, when he would go away. Where you going? My dad would go on these business trips. He owned his own electronics store when I was growing up. We sold video games. We sold like the connectors to the TVs, little TVs and stuff like that. Kids and their fun was our life. But my dad would always be going to like different trade shows and things like that. He'd be gone 3 or 4 days. He would leave me with Evil Cruella. That's my aunt, his sister. I love her to death. I love her to death. I love because the tables have turned. Now that she's older, I can now terrorize her. You eating? You eating what you're supposed to be eating? Put that down. You can't have that. You got gout, or something. So the tables have turned, and it's now fun to be her niece. It wasn't fun to be her niece when I was little. And he would go away and leave her with us. Mad Kitty. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but yeah, it was though the cats. There was one that was pink. I think Mad Kitty is just the head with the glow in the dark drills, and then Lose Something was the cat with the pink and the white and the body, the stripes and stuff, I believe. We'll get it done. That's right. I bought I Miss You because my mom passed away. I got mine when my dad passed. Reminds me of him all the time. I want to build an altar to her and my grandma and grandpa with pictures of them. And I miss you. So when my dad passed away, a friend of mine, he brought to me, it is gorgeous. It's like a candle um that sits, you put a tea light down inside of it, and it was maybe a little statue that came up from it. It was like a mirrored statue, and it had writing etched on it. And whenever you put the tea light in and lit it, you could see what was etched in it. It kind of brightened up and things like that. It was a beautiful saying and stuff. I have it in my room, but that's an excellent idea to maybe, pull that out and use that to coincide with, maybe hanging up "I miss you" and then putting the candle shrine, underneath it and stuff. That's a good idea. But yeah, he got that for me. I miss my hubby so much. I can just imagine, not in that sense, but in the sense that he's a loved one that you incorporate into your life, that you maneuver your life around, and that companionship and that friendship, that communication, that's gone. You miss that camaraderie, that I can understand that. My dad was truly my best friend. I could talk to him about anything. And because I'm a girl, but sometimes I know I could be a little rough around the edges. My dad is responsible for all the frou-frou in me. Like my mom, obviously a woman, they want to raise their daughter to be strong women, to be able to endure, life's difficulties, and to, emerge, strong and confident in things. And my dad had a fear that with a man raising me, that I would come out a little too harsh, a little too hard around the edges and stuff. So my dad would dust me off with glitter and bows and butterflies, and, you know, making sure that girly girly was really celebrated and things. So look at that pink. Isn't that pretty? Look at that beautiful purple. Look at the stars. Don't you like stars on that? So my dad, like I said, he's probably more responsible for the frou-frou in me, because he was so worried that I was going to be such a tomboy. No, 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 no. Young ladies dress like this. Young ladies, what? You're a girl? No way. I really had to say that to him though. Daddy, I get it, okay? All right, I get it. Butterflies, I get it. Okay, glitter. I get it. So, but yeah, he was worried. And so rightfully so. Rightfully so, because he had me at a young age sitting out on top of a car while he's changing the oil. And I said, "You forgot to do something." And he was like, "Yeah, you've been paying attention, huh?" "Yes, I have." So, all right, well, I'm gonna let you do it then. So, rightfully so. I thought I was gonna open my first body shop, Tia's Place. And it wasn't gonna be a restaurant, it was gonna be a body shop where I work on the cars. I'll never forget that. My dad was like, "You can't do that. You'll be greasy and grimy. No man will have you." Look at that. I was not greasy or grimy, and I'm still single. You are the girl. Good. My dad would be so proud to see all of this stuff. Oh my gosh. He probably would take out a $20,000 loan and buy every diamond painting, every glitter, every butterfly in the world, and have it set up and stuff. I could see him, you guys know that craft station, the box. I could see him having bought something like that for me, with every ribbon, every butterfly, all the glitter in the world, and things like that. That's the one thing that my aunt used to say: "It's too much. Let her get it over time. If she into it, let her, get it." He would buy everything all at once. And I kind of suffered from that too with my kids. When they got something, I would, let me go ahead and get all this stuff. Oh, she wants to play, this. Let me go ahead and get her everything. I'm gonna get her all these books. I'm gonna go ahead and get her the keyboard, the stand, the chair. Let me get a microphone. In the event that she decides to move over here, let me get a xylophone to go with it. We gonna need some the congas. Let's get some congas. Go ahead over here. She might want to put her own background track to it. So he was very sweet, Tracy. Um, a lot of people called him teddy bear. So he was real tall. My dad was like 6'5", 6'6", and he was very mild mannered, very, not like me at all. So he was very mild mannered. My son acts a lot like him. How reserved and shy. If you guys remember my first year and a half, my son was my co-host, and he would talk about, his dating life and things when we were on the show together, how women would walk all over him and things like that. My dad went through a lot of that. So he was a gentle giant. A lot of people call him a teddy bear and stuff. But his biggest fear was that with all these boys, and I'm going to come out, too masculine, too tomboyish, to, date and for guys to really like me. So you never know. As a daddy's girl, I can't imagine losing my dad. Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard. My brother, my oldest brother, he packed his whole family up and moved them out here to Vegas. So I was out here, and my dad, there's not anything he wouldn't have done to help me out if I needed. But with him gone, I don't have that backup and that support. So my brother did not want me to lose it. He packed his whole family. His kids hated him. Oh, but he said, I can't. I need to go be with my sister so that she always has somebody in the world looking out for her. So I remember telling my dad my last conversation was, what am I going to do? I'm going to be all alone in the world. I feel like, that's when you become an adult, is when you feel like without a parental guidance, what is it that you have and stuff. So, and he was like, you're going to be fine. You'll be okay. But you don't see that. You don't see that. You don't even want to hear that and things. But I remember that was my last comment. I was like, you just need to make sure you don't get sick or sicker, because he was already sick. You just make sure you don't get sicker. He wanted to talk about just different things. He wanted to tell me what to do and pass and stuff, and I wouldn't listen. Now I feel guilty, you know. So when I try and talk to my kids, they do me the same way. And I remember, saying, oh my gosh, Dad, come on, chill out. I won't talk about that right now. Have those conversations. People, have those conversations. It's important. Make sure that things are done the way that, the loved ones want. Um, I'm not a materialistic person at all. So when it came time to divvy stuff out, I didn't take anything. I didn't get 2 red pennies at all. I let everyone argue, and that is exactly what they did. They argued. Um, my girlfriends and all of my college friends, they felt like, you shouldn't have done that. You're the girl. You're the only girl. Are you serious? But it got ugly at certain points, and I really didn't want to be a part of that. So I dusted my hands. I feel like I could walk away with, my head held high and things. So when I look back over that time, and the relationships that were damaged as a result of everybody arguing who should get what and how important certain people were and why, I don't want anything at all whatsoever. You know what I took? Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. I took my dad's Gillette razor, and I still have it. Yeah, I was going to use it to shave my legs, and then I thought, I don't know. I don't know if I want to shave my legs with the razor that he used to shave his beard. It might dull my legs out or something like that. But that was the only thing that I took from the home. Yep, was my dad's Gillette razor. Tia, you have an amazing family. Hugs. Aw, that's the perfect thing, isn't it? I felt like that was the perfect thing, period. And now I still have it. Imagine everybody was arguing over who gets this game, who gets that TV. That stuff, it's been 9 years. What is this? It's been 9 years. Christmas, it'll be 10. Yes, my dad passed on Christmas. Christmas, it'll be 10. And guess what? I still have that Gillette razor. None of them have any of those must have items that they were arguing about, and that family was, tainted and disparaged over. Nobody, like when I went home to get my mom, who was on my, other side of the family. Obviously I got to see, cousins and relatives and things like that. And it's unfortunate, because my mom's husband had passed away. And it's very unfortunate that now that there's been another death in the family, now everyone is like wanting to have a conversation and things like that. They're wanting to communicate and things. What if it had been another 10 years before my stepfather had passed and I, came home and my brothers and things like that? What if, it had been that much time? So it's just not worth it at all whatsoever. It's not like he left millions of dollars. I don't even think he left $500,000. So when I say it was easy to walk away, it was easy to walk away. I didn't have anything before he passed. It wasn't making a big, amount of difference at that point. So yeah, they argued over everything. Cousins, my dad being a pushover, he would help out so many family members and things like that. And I feel like they felt like that gave them a key to something, that he had, that he held on to. Everything, everything was argued over down to the last plug. This goes to that TV. No, it doesn't. It goes to that TV. I took the surge protector. I'm sure your dad would be very proud of you. Yes, he would. But he would have probably said, um, only girl, get in there, speak up for yourself. I don't feel it was a matter of not speaking up for myself. I just feel like, there's more to his being lost than his stuff, his items and things like that. So at the end of the day, I still had to live and I still had to provide for my two kids and things. My brother, when he told me he was moving his family out here to Vegas from Ohio, the opposite end of the world, it's not like, his kids could easily go back and visit. When he told me he was doing that, that became priceless. So, yeah, it ended up, as far as we're concerned, it ended up really well. I have a cousin who her father passed. Her mom was my dad's oldest sister, and when her mom passed and her father passed, my dad and his sister took her in, and she got everything. She got everything. Her brother, but he looked out for them, and they probably felt just, even though that he wasn't their blood father, they probably felt just as entitled. And I felt like, he would have continued to look out for them. But yeah, I didn't, even though he was my dad, my mom told me, that's your dad, I didn't get anything, not two red pennies. So I didn't harbor any bad feelings or anything. I invite them all out here to Vegas and stuff. It's very difficult to go back home into an environment that became kind of toxic. Like I said, they were arguing and things like that. And I didn't have anything to argue about. I just wanted to, come together, love the family. And then my brother said he was moving out here, and we kind of just moved family tradition out here instead of meeting up at my dad's for Christmas. We have a big tradition, Eve of Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. So we do it up really big. If you guys have been around for the last couple of years, we get our matching pajamas, we get our, our family events and stuff like that. But yes, the eve of Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. We go home, and the day after Christmas, we have our own little traditions at our own home. But yeah, we would come together and do those traditions, make it a lot of fun. Memories are what matter more than things. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. It is. I felt like that, and I felt like I was the only one in the world thinking that way. Because, like, when the family was arguing, I didn't get a lot of support from friends. And we're talking like 35, 40-year, long friends and things. They were like, girl, you better get in there. I can't believe you. Oh, I wish my parent would. That's your dad. You're the only girl. I heard all of that. And I'm like, no, it doesn't matter at all. Just, it doesn't matter. So, I've been blessed. I've always been able to provide for my kids. I didn't, it wasn't easy. I'm not rich, but I do well, and it's well enough that I didn't need, anything. Our needs were still met. Do I have thousands of dollars? No. And can I quit working? No. I'm still trying to figure a way to quit in 4 years before, at 55. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. But it's on the, radar for me. I'm still trying to come up with a way to retire early. That's my big thing right there. My brother, he he is just as anal about age and things like that as I am. Like, we've been lying about our age for years. I thought I had it bad. My brother he's worse than me. And he's doing the same thing. Like, we were talking, and he's trying to figure a way to retire early also. So, yeah, I think I went into the wrong field. I do. I think I should have been a teacher. It was never on the radar, but it's on the radar now because I know you put in your 3-0 and you can be out when you're a teacher or if you went into the military. I should have stayed. I went to the MEP station. I was going into the military. My Uncle Mitch passed away. Ah, here's I don't mean to laugh about him passing away. My Uncle Mitch was in his 90s. And my Uncle Mitch said, don't make no plans. Cause it ain't looking good for the next couple of years. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't do nothing, don't go away nowhere. Cause when I go, I expect all of y'all here, come visit me, come send me off. So I'm at the MEP station and I'm getting weighed in. It's day 2, it's the last day of everything. And once you pass through MEPS, before you leave, you get your assignment. You know what basic training you going to, and if you don't leave from MEPS, then you got a limited amount of time, but you are going to be going. They walked up in there, the military police. I thought I did something. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I was at the hotel the night before, the next morning, they were saying that, we got to make the beds and things like that. I was a mess. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. I didn't make the bed appropriately. I was in the bathroom. My stomach was bothering me. You know, I had, I was farting. I don't know of a better word. Just breaking wind, air bubbles was coming out. That's a good way. Air bubbles were coming out. And so, you have a good night, Robert. Talk to you in the morning. So because my stomach wasn't where it was supposed to be, I didn't want to do anything. I don't want to bend over and maybe create more air bubbles. Okay. So I didn't clean the room like I was supposed to, and I was spraying. I was spraying because I wanted to make sure that, everything was right in the room. So I was definitely spraying. I don't want nobody to come up in there and talk about me. Oh, child, who was up in this room? Oh, my Lord. What person was in here? Did somebody die? I don't want nobody to go behind me and think that. So I was trying to spray and I was trying not to do too much because I didn't want to bend over and then air bubbles come out and things like that. I was feeling horrible. But it was time, and I know that they were about to take us over to the MEP station. So I had to get my, they give you a little duffel and things like that, and throw everything in there and get on this shuttle. I get over to the shuttle, and I had only been at the MEP station were you a Lion King character? um, are you talking to me? Was I a Lion King? I have played a lion twice. Well, yeah, twice I've played a lion. It's because of my hair. Anytime someone looks at me, they're like, "Oh, she'll make a good lion," and next thing you know, I'm the lion. Um, so I'm on the shuttle. They're taking me to this is a MEP station in Cleveland, Ohio, and so they're taking me there. I've been here for close to an hour, maybe an hour. I'm not sure. I'm doing well. I'm doing everything they tell me, was a good idea to just take it kind of easy and things like that. Don't do too much. Everything is going well. And next thing you know, these doors kind of slam open and four men in suits, they had these bands on their arm. It said MP. And they was coming in there and they came in and they started asking for me. And I was like, huh? I'm looking around. Everybody is scared. Like, what the hell? What did you? And I'm looking, you look bad. You look bad when they send four military police to get you. You in a MEP station. You look like you broke a law. You trying to break into the military to get a good check. And then you go off to, Germany and you stay in Germany. You never come back. That's what you look like you doing, you know? And so it's not good. And I'm scared. Like, oh my God, I don't know what I did. I'm really worried. And they came and got me. They told me to get all my stuff. People looking. You can see, you already know, how the cousins, how they gonna be talking about you when you walk away. She knows she shouldn't have had her butt up in here. Yeah, I could feel it. There was whispering. I could feel all they stares on my neck and things like that. They gonna walk me down to this CO's office, and he's in there. He's on the phone. Yep. Yes. We have her right now. Yes. Okay. So then they sit the phone down and they put it on speaker. Don't ask me why, but it's my dad, and he's like, Uncle Mitch passed away. Are you serious? Like, he told me, he warned me. He said, it ain't looking good. Don't do nothing big. This is big. I'm going into the military. I might be leaving tonight. You never know. If the post is open, I got to go. And he decided to step in and save me. Because can you see me in the military? I can't see me in the military. All I keep thinking about, did y'all ever see that show, Private Benjamin? Private Benjamin, Private Smith. I can see it now. Tia, yes, sir, boss. Get your ass over here. I don't know who she thinks she talking to. I say get over here now. I'm coming. You better take that tone out your voice. So I can hear. I can hear it now. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my Uncle Mitch, he warned me. He told me don't do nothing major for the next year or two. You love that movie? I do too. I loved it. I remember going to the movies to see it. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. That would have been me. Definitely. I remember I remember when I told my parents, I had them sit down. I had my mom and my dad. That's what I call my stepdad. I call him dad. And I call my real dad, I call him Poppy. So I had my mom and my dad and Poppy all sit down. And I was like, y'all, I just came from the mall. Guess what? And it's like, what? I was like, there was this guy there. Oh my God, he was so cute. He had on this uniform. Everything just looked so nice and neat. It was pressed. And they were looking at me. And I was like, and I signed up. I'm going to join his army. She did kick butt in the end. I would die in the military. You and me both. Wow, that is an interesting story. Yes, it was. So I'm like, I'm going to join his army. I signed up. Keep in mind, at this point, she needed to lose weight, guys. I think I was 8 or 10, you know. But I have big shoulders, and with big shoulders means you're holding something up. That means you have big boobies. And then on top of that, I had big hips, white set, big hips. So even though I would kill for my size, that size now, back then I needed to be a lot smaller. So they were telling me because I weighed 147, I needed to be 135. And if you are over the weight requirement, then they will tape measure you for your body fat percentage. That's why I was there a second day at MEPS because I was having to go through their additional training. They did tell me, oh, you can just lose the weight. Okay. So the gentleman, the cutie pie in the press uniform, his job after he signed me up was to get me ready for MEPS. This fool would come and get me every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. Needless to say, he wasn't cute no more. Like by day two, I was like, oh, he ain't cute. I don't know what, you look different at 6 a.m. than you do when you cute and your smile is glistening. You can see the tink off the teeth in the mall, when you got your shopping at 6 a.m. I, this fool had me running up a hill, Oak Hill. I was like, what? No. Why do I gotta run up the hill? That's not how I'm going to lose weight. You need to come up with something different. We're going to work on all of this endurance and stamina when you get me there. But we're not doing this now, so it was crazy. You'd make a tight bed, that's for sure. Bounce a quarter on it. So yeah, it's 6 a.m. He had the bright idea to try and get me to work out even like 2 or 3 days before it's time to go to MEPS. I still wasn't at 135. I was down to like 140, 141 or something like that. And it was teeter-tottering. That was boot camp for the step challenge. Right? So, yeah, that was his goal. Like he was trying to get me down to the full 135 because he felt like if we had to lean towards tape measure, that because my body fat wasn't distributed evenly, like I was real top heavy and I had zero waist. This is before I had a belly. So I had zero waist, hips, and then no thighs, my knees, no calves. My body weight was just real unevenly distributed. Then my neck, like to this day, my head looked too small for, I look like Beetlejuice. My head and neck is too small for all of these shoulders. And I was thinking Private Benjamin too. So so he was worried. He was trying to kill me, you know. Now I know that I probably would have just taken some pills that cause you to keep your stomach burbling, drop some carbs, just eat on some lettuce and things and drink plenty of water to force everything out. But he never did that. He's literally ding dong trying to cause me. You guys know muscle is weight. So while I'm trying to lose weight, he's got me building muscle and firming and tightening up what I do have. That's why I wasn't successful. But we learn. Vivian says, "Oh my God, Tia, you're killing me." Yeah, this is such a true story. Everyone's always laughing because I tell the craziest dating stories. But yep, I'll never forget. And so I was like 140, I think, when we got to the MEP station. Obviously, for my height, I am overweight. I'm 5 pounds over. And so they know that I'm going to have to resort to tape measure. And so the people that were there on the second day were people who would have some sort of an issue. We're still trying to, get them qualified to go in. But that's what MEPS was like for a second day. And yeah, Tia and everyone. My morning is going to come early. Why is it coming early? Hey, Ginger. Oh, you're leaving. Oh, I didn't see the good night. Good night, Ginger. Hi. Have a good evening. So that's how I ended up at the MEP station. That's how I ended up the second day. Like everything just aligned. You couldn't get anymore. Like, stop, don't do this. Stop. I said no, don't go. Like I already had my uncle's his prediction. We is up late, aren't we? It feels like old times. Remember when I used to start at 8 and I would go until 10? And yeah, it feels like old times. The only thing is I'm here by myself, with no Justin. Now, Justin used to keep you guys going. Put them on camera, the ladies would drool. Oh, my son. That's my son, you guys, in case you're wondering. Not it's not, a man thing for me. Oh, my son is a crafter as well, but I believe that I have been left in the dust as far as a diamond painting partner. So anybody who watched my show early on, Justin is gone over into embroidery and stitching. Um, it's really bad right now, really bad. Like him and his boys, they are they're trying to do some sort of embroidery team slogan. They do martial arts and kickboxing and things of that nature. Their goal is to, do their own slogan and have an emblem on their clothing. They're doing like all of his clothing right now. It looks Asian, like Asian Mandarin collar type clothing and things like that. They just went to a few events here in town where they wore their items and they piqued a lot of interest. Um, yeah, I feel like I've lost him. And so his next goal, not only are they doing the embroidery and putting emblems and things, slogans and stuff on their own clothing, but other people who are in like a troop or a group, like this boxing house, that martial arts dojo, he's wanting to be able to do the embroidery on their clothing items as well. um it's a great plan. I talked about it at the retreat with a few people because there were some people who were in embroidery there, and they were like, oh my god, that's an excellent idea. And so his idea, I love to see that it's coming to fruition. Like I said, they're actually getting out there, they're showing their items and things like that off. What I don't like is that I feel like I've been left behind. So he was my partner in craft. He loved to craft. We've done all kinds of things. We used to have our own uh, men's um, men's line where we had like bath salts, bath soaps. We had emollients and things like that. Um, and we did fairly decent. We had a lot of repeat customers and things like that. And I sold a lot of stuff in like kits and collections and things like that, which meant, they used all of the items and they had to repurchase. So it was a good idea. And so he was really into that with me. Obviously my daughter came along and she's getting old enough to where she wants to do stuff. And it kind of took away the time because we can't put her in her walker anymore. So she's up. She wants to be in things and things like that. So we moved on to other crafts and stuff. We've done beaded jewelry. We've done a lot of stuff. So this is his first time that he's really involved in something that doesn't involve me. So yeah, I feel left behind. I'm here on the show by myself. I'm having a good time with everybody. I'm telling you guys stories. I'm taking you all back. Just so you guys know, I believe that MEP story was 89. Yeah, I'm old. Anyway, um, I think so my Uncle Mitch, he lived in New Jersey, and he stayed outside of Newark, which is probably by path train about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from 42nd Street in New York. I know that you guys heard I used to be a stand-up comic. Yes, I was. And when I went to the when I left MEPS, I had to wait so much time before I could come back. I believe they said it was 6 months. It might have been a year, but I can't remember specific. It's been a long time. Anyway, I went to Jersey, help, family and things like that. And ended up staying up there. And we will continue that story, but that is how I ended up trying my hand at stand-up comedy. So being in Jersey, I had to get a job. But when I got off from work, me and some of the people that worked at the place I would be at, we would take the train on into downtown New York, 42nd Street. And we would walk around, see what nightlife was like. Oh, I'm just country bumpkin from Ohio, and I'm in the big city now. Guess what? I'm going to live it up. Woo-hoo! So I was trying to have me some fun. Stumbled into a club one night. Someone asked, "How many people are you bringing in here with you?" And I was like, four, because it was me and a couple of people from work. Four. They were like, "Oh, okay. Well, you probably won't get called for a while. There's people here that got 8, 9. I think there's a party here with 12." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we don't need much space. You can put me all the way in the back." Had no idea. But when you go to an open mic night at clubs, they ask you how many people you brought, because that seals your position, and what guarantees whether you're going to get on stage or not. So people get to try out their material. If you play an instrument, you can get up there with an instrument, test out a song that you've been writing, and they don't care, because the more people you bring with you, the more liquor that's being sold. And so that ultimately is how clubs work, open mics work, how to get on stage if you are trying to hone your career. I had no idea what was going on, because again, I'm just a little country bumpkin from Ohio, and whoo, we are here to have some fun, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, I ended up getting my name called, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking. Oh, they expect me to do all of that? There was such a variety of what people were doing. But I did it. I got up there and I managed to tell a couple good jokes. I talked about, this is not something that I ever suggest you do, but I talked about the people who went on stage before me. Did I get some laughs? Did I piss all of my, what would have been known as, coworkers, and and I'll never forget, there was a guy there, and I don't know if he like book talent or what, but I remember he pulled me to the side and he had a talk with me and said, um, "Great act, great act. You'll probably never get rebooked again, and nobody that's here will ever want to work with you. But you were hilarious." I mean, I just went down the line. I didn't know, it's a couth to it, I guess. I didn't have any. I'm like, "Y'all want me to get up here and talk?" Okay, that first lady that was up here. Oh my God, was she drinking when she came or what? And I mean, I just went down the line of everybody. Obviously, if you're in her group, you're just, you're gonna try not to laugh and stuff. But everybody from everyone else's group, they laughing. And then when I get to your group, you probably not gonna laugh at your person, but that first group now they get to laugh. And I'm telling you, whew, you talking about pissing off people and getting success, all that. I was like, you ever heard the term conundrum? I was living it. I was like, am I happy? Am I scared? I feel like that was a success, but whoo, y'all looking at me like that was an epic fail. So so that is how, for a lot of people who say, "I thought she was a comedian, what happened?" That's how I transitioned from, not going into the army to actually, getting on stage. And my first time out the gate was very successful, very successful. Don't ever have to leave a club at night where you walked in and you walked there from a train. I mean, every set of headlights, I was worried of. If they coming after me, it's this car, that car got real close. Woo! I know, that they see this damn curb right here. This a curb. Why is the car so close to the curb? And I had to get back to the train so I can get back to Jersey. So you said I'm in the perfect place for stand up. You're not alone. You have, oh, thank you. He can put kick it on shirts or GI. I'm not sure what he's gonna do right now. They're doing, like I can't even make out what it is, a symbol and stuff like that. I told him I look like a wishbone before you break the bone. You come up with something more original. That was very mean. It was very mean, but I felt like the critique would give them the desire to do a little bit more. I don't know. What do you think? I wasn't crushing his dream. I told him it's a great idea. And I really like that it's coming to fruition. You guys are out here, they market their stuff, they wore their outfits. Um, they wore their outfits in public. I couldn't believe it. And they told people that they did it, that this was their idea. That was amazing. It is very difficult to find men interested in crafting, let alone doing things like, matching of the outfits, embroidery, stitching, and things like that. So kudos to them. But yeah, I told him I think that his design is, kind of simplistic, and that yeah, I think he should strive for more. We'll see where they go with that, but I did say it. I think I felt a little bad, just a little. What do you guys think? Oh, so it is 10:01. I have been hanging out with you guys for a couple of hours. I really appreciate you guys all coming, hanging out with me tonight. Just chit-chatting and letting you guys on into my brain. I know it's been a while since I had some late long sessions. Look at Honey Bunny. She is up tonight. Thank you, J Rob. I love you so much. Thank you, Cheryl, for coming out, hanging out with me. Tracy, it's been a while. Tracy is hanging tonight. So Gingers is here. Look at all of you guys. I really appreciate it. I definitely know it's late. It is 1 where you guys are, most of the people on the East Coast. And it's early morning. I'm pretty sure Fee and my my Australian connection, they will probably be popping in if I stay on too much longer. So I am going to go ahead and go. But I thank you all for coming out, for having a great time with me tonight, giving me an opportunity to just share. And sometimes that's all I need. It's just an opportunity to share. You guys have a good rest of your evening. Thank you. Bye.